I feel that BG5 has helped me come to understand and know myself better than anything I've found in my journey in life. Knowing who I really am and then being able to help others see themselves has been really just amazing.
Seeing the amount of awareness and acceptance it creates, I've never had a system be able to create that level of both understanding and awareness and acceptance. It just feels so much deeper and more profound and more precise than anything else I've used.
I love BG5 because I think it really reveals the soul of somebody in a way that's concrete and useful.
It really is a blueprint, and this is the first system that I realized that there's nothing wrong, there's nothing that needs to be fixed, and I'm perfect exactly the way I am. And it's being able to take advantage of exactly the way I am and not having to be who I think I should be or have to be. It's what I love about it.
It's very easy because it is the individual strength that can be brought out. And if I would have had in my previous leadership and management positions the information that I have today with looking at a BG5 chart, it would have helped me to deal with the people in a better way, in the way of really peeling out and revealing their strength and utilizing their strength. The communication, the way of dealing with each other, the interaction, the way of allocating work and tasks would have been way, way easier.
The main thing is to know themselves and be vulnerable in front of their team in a way that it allows their team also to be themselves, as I do.
I think for leaders, whether they have a concrete understanding of the design of their team members or not, just understanding themselves and seeing how it opens the door to how different everyone can be.
Leaders often have quite a struggle to get to that leadership role. We all have leadership qualities within us, and depending on the situations we're in, they get drawn out of us. And some leaders may not even be aware of the type of leader they are. So this system is something that shows you exactly where your leadership qualities and traits and strengths come from, so that you can have a bit more insight into how you impact others in the workplace.
I find that BG5 and leadership, many times there are a lot of non-traditional leaders out there. They're not running corporations. Maybe they're running a small business. Maybe they're a family business. Or, maybe they're in a faith-based business. They're not necessarily in an enterprising kind of business. And I think that when you have those types of non-traditional leaders, so many times they want to provide something, but they're blind to their own gifts as a leader. And so I think the beauty of BG5 with leaders is that it allows them to see their leadership style and to be okay with that unique style and to really understand how their leadership is different from the status quo or what everybody else in the mainstream is communicating should be a leader for them.
And I think what's brilliant about this system is that you can see how you are specifically designed to lead. And that not all leaders are the same. And when you can naturally fit into the role and do what comes naturally, it also affects the entire team. The tensions start at the top. And if leadership is not aligned, it can affect the entire organization. When the leaders are aligned, and specifically when an individual leader is aligned with their natural gifts, talents, and how they're designed to lead, they can also bring out the gifts and talents of everyone else within the organization so that everyone can step into their own leadership position as well.
Yeah, recruiting, finding the best fit into a team, seeing the team dynamics, how a team does work together, how people in teams thrive together, what are like the obstacles in the team. And revealing that is giving you options, how to deal with the situation, how a different way of communicating with each other, how to deal with each other, how the different career types could better operate with each other. What are the different tasks that these people would be best to do? What is the best work environment for them? There's so much facets in this information that could be leveraged in any kind of size of organization.
So one of my favorite ways to use BG5 is for a small organization, whether that's entrepreneur operating on their own or small business, where so much of the success of the business comes down to the design of the person who started it. I love how you can look at someone's design and find marketing information, find out who their ideal clients are, why they choose to work with that person, what it is that drives them to serve in the way that they serve, how they're meant to serve people, what problems their people are going to present with, and how they can potentially solve those problems, and whether it's great to work one-on-one or maybe in groups. And so there's such rich information that takes the guesswork out of creating success, whether that's the success at an individual level or success for a small business or success for a large business. We're all designed to have our own way of being successful. And I love that comes through in the design. That is, like I said, my favorite part and my favorite way to use it.
What I love is that an organization, what it can bring an organization is to enhance the communication and the collaboration and the motivation of everybody. It is also all about everybody being aligned with the mission and vision, and being able to then use their true talent for the benefit of the whole organization, and then shine your light as a business through which you attract the right employees to work with you, the correct customers that love your product, your suppliers and vendors aligned, etc. You are actually able not only to have all of your employees become the best version of themselves, but then also become the best version of your business, and that being your competitive advantage.
What BG5 really allows for is to help the individual person in a career who's maybe struggling, feeling unseen, unheard, knows and can feel what their own talent is, but they're not being allowed to express it in the current role they've been put into. That really limits their ability. And so BG5 gives us a really amazing lens to look at all of that through. If you start allowing each individual in your organization to tap into their own body intelligence, and you tap into where their strengths are, and you help them clear away the conditioning of all the shoulds they think they're supposed to be doing, you've now created a really vibrant organization where every person in that organization, if they connect with your why, they're drawn to you for a reason. Allow them to fully express themselves as the entire individual they are, and you're going to have skyrocketing productivity.
When I think about how BG5 can be used in organizations, the first thing I think about is that there is growth potential in organizations and a need for communication. And I think part of that is that at the most fundamental level, the communication that we tell ourselves in our own brains can be off from who we really are if we don't really know our own design. So for me in organizations, I really feel super strong that the interpersonal interactions and the clarity of what's needed is at the fundamental core of what creates a vibrant, healthy, and an organization that can reinvent itself and stay current with the modern times.
I love that the system can work with everyone from solopreneurs to partnerships, to large groups, to small groups, to entrepreneurs, to large corporations. And so the flexibility and the ability to really address both the individual and the group dynamics is something that I haven't seen in any other system. And it's part of what I really love about it.
It's the only system in the world that truly can describe you to the teeth or the tooth. What is it? Or to the T. That's it.
Right down to the teeth.
Yeah, there's no other system like it.